Well, hello everyone. Philosopher Stoner 666 here. So I am at work. Working hard, hardly working. It's my little pathetic security job that I'm doing on the weekends now. And yeah, so I wanted to talk about a subject. Canada Day is coming up, and I had a video last year of some fireworks, and it was making me think about the subject of decent capitalism. Myself, I have no problem with capitalism and how it works. I think we need to have incentives, pay people well, and give people incentives to do stuff, and have some sort of a meritocracy. However, I don't think we have that nowadays. So yes, this notion of decent capitalism. So I'll give you an example. There was a company I worked for prior to this where they were telling me stories about the company had changed ownership. And the old company, there was a guy that had a heart attack in the line of duty, and he was maybe a couple of weeks away from receiving benefits. With the company, he wasn't yet on benefits, but he had a heart attack. They allowed him to use the benefits. Another incident happened where a guy died in the line of duty. They paid for the guy's funeral. They were decent and they did the right thing. I figure nowadays companies don't want to do that. They jerk people around, they use people. I worked for one security company where they hired people just so they could buy the uniform, and then they would fire them just to make a quick buck. And hey, look at that, a camera's watching me filming. So it's like this weird Inception thing going on where they're filming me and I'm filming me, and it's like a film of a film of a film, man. Far dude. Anyway, yeah, what was I saying? So decent capitalism, I don't think it exists anymore. Real wages have not gone up since the late 1970s. So median wages have remained the same for most workers in most positions. Companies don't want to be bothered with people. They don't want to have unions. They don't want to pay people benefits. They don't want to pay overtime. They just want to use people and make a buck. And that's how I feel about it. I've been jumping around from job to job to job, and all these companies, they're all the same. So I've been endeavoring now to work for myself. I'm doing wholesale real estate with a partner, a friend of mine that I met in some real estate classes, and I'm attempting to sort of do my own business, but it's tough. But I can't stand this working for these people that just don't give a shit. And I was thinking about how last year, I made a Canada Day video. The company that I was working for was this steel company. And so once a year, they have a Christmas party for their employees. And then they have the fireworks for Canada Day, where they have like this recreation park. So all the peasants for at least one day would get to enjoy something nice. They do something nice for their employees. Supposedly now that's been canceled. They don't do those fireworks anymore. They don't have a Christmas party anymore. Just go to work and be a total fucking slave. Don't even give the slaves, the people working, the working peasants, any modicum of, here, we care about you. We want you to do a good job. Here's some reward. No rewards. Just work, work, work. And it's a problem. Like, if they don't do something, they're going to incite rebellion and strife. I mean, last week, we were like one cunt hair away from having a war with Iran. They just want to, like I said, the system, whatever you want to call it, capitalism, socialism, the ism doesn't matter. I would just call it the nobody gives a shit ism. And it's terrible. We're living in these times now where, like I said, they just want to use people and they fucking get away with it, and it's a bad thing. I don't know where we're headed or where we're going. Luckily, I got some money in the bank, which sort of acts as a healthy buffer. I can go from job to job, but it's not good. Literally in the past year, I've had 7 different jobs. I've gone from job to job to job. Last year was the same. Because nobody wants to give full-time hours. Nobody wants to pay benefits. I did have a job there cleaning for a bit that had benefits and stuff, but I have a college education. I'm not a cleaner. It's not that I'm above cleaning or something. It's that I can do more stuff. I have some kind of a brain in my head that I can do things, and it's like nobody gives a shit. So yes, maybe the title of this video will be Decent Capitalism and Nobody Gives a Shit-ism. There's no more decent, no more common decency. But then I guess in the past there never really was. I suppose you could make that argument too. There never really was. It was all less maybe a smokescreen perhaps. But definitely there was a period, I'd say, from the late 1940s, the end of World War II, into the 1950s and 60s, where things were going good for the capitalists and things were going good for the workers and things were improving. Everybody was making money and everybody was happy. And in the end, isn't that what we want? We want a constructive, productive society where we, like I said, we reward people for a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. I don't see what the problem with that is, why it has to be so fucking cutthroat. Again, that's just me. What the fuck do I know? But yeah, I'm really frustrated and disappointed. Like, I was supposed to work overtime for Canada Day, and they canceled my overtime shift. You know, when I was prepared to work it, because again, these companies, they don't want to pay benefits, they don't want to pay overtime, they want everybody is an independent contractor, and then nobody has to give a shit about anything. No, because nobody cares. And yeah, like I said, if things don't change, well, we see the cycles of history are rebellion and armed insurrection, and it'll happen again. History will just keep repeating itself because we never want to do the right thing. Anyways, I guess that's enough of a rant for now. Probably what I said is maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just ranting and raving, so yeah. It's my job. I watch the cameras and sit in a chair all day for 12 hours, watching the world go by. Yes, indeed. Well, holy shit, I've been talking for 7 minutes. I think that's enough of a video. Philosopher Stoner 666 out.